All right, let's hop right into it. We have an unboxing today from my most recent pile of loot from Big Bad Toy Store. And this is kind of coming off of the heels of what I would consider a mixed bag at San Diego Comic-Con as far as action figure reveals. There were some interesting things. There were some things that kind of made me go, okay, that's interesting. And then for the most part, I kind of felt like from the heavy hitters, the Mcfarlanes, the Hasbros, there just wasn't a lot to get excited for, at least not as was announced. So this is kind of, a consolation, getting the stuff that I ordered months ago. And yeah, without further ado, let's just go ahead and take a look at it. So the first thing I'm going to pull out of the box is this McFarlane Superpowers Batman Who Laughs. I recently received the Entertainment Earth exclusive 6-pack with Supergirl and Power Girl and the Eradicator and a few others. And that one was cool. I'm glad I got that one. Definitely not worth $80. The markup is insane. But this is McFarlane going out with, a bang, I guess they would say. But this one, I've always liked the Batman Who Laughs. So to finally have him in superpowers form, and I got him at a good price. I think I got it for like $9 or $10. He was a must-have. So I definitely wanted to get him. Let me set him aside and let me go for a legend next. I actually didn't really want this figure. I actually didn't want this, Dark Avengers Hawkeye. I wanted a comic accurate Hawkeye with that travel device, that kind of like travel accessory, that hover accessory. But that was way too much money, and I wasn't going to spend that. Plus, I recently got Kang, and he was like 60, 65, whatever he was. I bit the bullet and paid for him. So I wasn't going to do the same for Hawkeye. So this one was kind of a, if you want him, get him. He looks good. I'm not going to do like a full whatever on all of these figures, but he looks good. He's got bow and arrow, alternative hands, excuse me. He doesn't have an alternate head, but I guess he doesn't really need one. So yeah, cool figure. These Mattel, so I don't know how I fucking feel about these. I should have canceled it, but I didn't. I wanted to have a little bit of something from the kids line, and that's kind of what motivated this purchase. I don't need this, but I ended up getting them all. So I got Joker, I got Batman, I got Robin, and I got the Flash. I did cancel some other Mattel kids lines figures like Jon Stewart, another Batman, and a third figure that I can't remember right now. Probably another Batman. But I kept this one, and I kind of forgot about it, and then Big Bad charged me for it, so I was like, oh, screw it, I guess it's mine now. So, yeah, this will probably be the only figures from the kids line that I, invest in. Just save my money for 2027. There's no reason to start investing in Mattel's kids lines, at this late stage. There's nothing that Mattel could put out in a kids line that I can't get for the collector's line in January 2027. So this is just, a nice to have. Gonna go a little bit faster since the remaining ones I kind of feel the same way about. I mean, they are cool for what they are. And for a kid's figure, or priced at a kid's figure, which is like $11.99, $12.99, this is pretty good for that. But, the way I collect, this won't hold water. Or maybe it will. Who knows? We have the Joker. The Joker's actually, so far from what I've seen, I actually like the Joker the most. But yeah, these are just fun. I'll find a cool thing to do with these things in the future. I'm not gonna try to rush to open them or anything like that. And the last one from the kids line is the Flash. I don't know why I've always struggled to get a good comic accurate Flash, a good, Flash that can articulate, a good Flash that can hold good poses, so on and so forth. You can see all the accessories in the back, and I'll find something to do with those. But yeah, I think I like this Flash a little bit more than the one I have from Mcfarlane, which is interesting. But we'll see what comes in 2027. All right, so now that is done, let's get down to some more meat and potatoes. Let me grab this one and see what this one is. Okay, so going along with that Dark Avengers Hawkeye, here's another Wolverine from that same Build-A-Figure wave. Although you do not have to, if you were doing the Build-A-Figure, this one does not come with an extra piece. So they always put Wolverine in a Build-A-Figure wave, but they never make him contingent on actually completing the figure. I didn't get Psylocke, I didn't get Ghost Rider, I didn't get U.S. Agent or Lady Deadpool. I had no interest in those figures, and I'm a Psylocke fan. I have all the other Psylocks, but this one was, this Betsy Ross. This one was a little bit like underwhelming. The body was a complete reuse, no soft parts. The hood doesn't come off, no alternative head swap. She's just kind of like hidden underneath the hood, and it just, it leaves a lot to be desired, or very little to be desired. However the saying goes. But this Wolverine is cool. He's a little bit better than that World War II Wolverine that came out last year. But not by much. He doesn't really have anything. He's just got like one alternative fist and then a gripping hand. No other accessories. Nothing to really like do with this figure. I know he's more one of like the recent comic creation Wolverine variations, but I don't know that he has been integrated into storylines that, longtime fans really care about. So this is just like, fan service more than anything. But for better or for worse, he's a part of the family now. Let's try something a little bit different. What do we have here? Defenders of the Earth. I honestly, and this is a NECA figure, the only reason I got this is because it was like on sale. I do not collect these. I don't have any other Defenders of the Earth. I know the Flash Gordon character, but I don't think I was like a super big fan of his at all. The body is definitely dated. He's got pins and he's warped. Even inside the packaging, I can see the warping. He'll probably be almost impossible to stand. So I don't even know if he'll come out of the box, to be quite honest. But for better or for worse, he's got a good head sculpt, good detail, good painting. He's got a few accessories, and that might have to be good enough for now. So yeah, sometimes I find something that's just like a little bit different, and I'll just get it just to, switch things up a bit. And he is one of those things. So there you go. All right, let's see what Cage is talking about. So if you watched any of the panels at San Diego Comic-Con, you saw that Johnny Cage was being released with Shang Tsung as a 2-pack with his red and black variant colors. I ordered him as soon as he came out, which was earlier this year, which is like back in April or May. It was either April or May, but he went up for pre-order earlier this year. I got him for pre-order on GameStop at first, and then I canceled that when he went up for order on Big Bad, because I knew I could just add him to my pile of loot, and I was not interested in, paying $7.99 for shipping for a single figure. So yes, I need Johnny Cage, but no, I did not need him right away. He does come with the glasses, thank God, and he doesn't come with anything else. I think he comes with a stand so that you can, pose him, and he comes with open hands and closed fists. But, Mcfarlane is doing bare bones. I really hope another distributor gets their hands on the MK license, for MK2, MK3, whatever. But McFarlane just they can only see themselves doing the basics. So that's pretty much all they're gonna do. Like his collarbone. Look at this. Look at his collarbone. It's like he doesn't have a collarbone. It's like his pectorals go right up into his neck and his traps. And it just looks weird. Like there's no QC. They are going out like a flash in the pan. It's just, and I know they didn't lose the MK license, but they're not as detailed as they should be in the workflow of their characters. They're just kind of like doing whatever, and they're letting their figures come out looking like whatever. In all honesty, I could have waited for this. I really could have waited for this. And I don't think we ever saw anything that wasn't like, McFarlane does that basic marketing, but we never saw this figure before the pre-order. It's always just like, boom, it's up for pre-order, get it now. And then you see that marketing photo, which has been edited to hell. But you never get to see what the figure looks like. They don't do like the Hasbro Pulse shows where you get to see the figures in real time and they put them on a little rotating thing. Like you don't get to see that. Like sometimes those McFarlane guys, they'll get on Zoom and they'll do something on the McFarlane YouTube channel. But for the most part, more than 70% of their releases, they don't have a live pulse where people can see the figure before the pre-order announcement. And I think this is why the shit comes back to bite us, because we get so excited and like it looks like shit. This is definite wait. This is a definite wait. So I'm not gonna get Shang Tsung. I am gonna get Kung Lao. I am gonna get Jax. I am gonna get Baraka, and then I'm probably out of the MK2 line unless they start dropping figures that weren't in the game, or unless they do something really crazy like a Motaro or a Shao Kahn. Like if they do that, like I'll drop for those figures, but I'm not gonna get any more of those 2-packs. I'm just gonna get the individual figures and call it good. I guess we'll stay on the McFarlane bandwagon long enough for me to show you this Batman Dead Man. He's surprisingly, he doesn't look as good as I thought he would look. So he actually did peg warm a lot in Target. And I don't know if I ever saw him at Walmart, but I definitely saw him at Target. Not too long, but long enough. Maybe 2 weeks in a row, 3 weeks in a row. Same body, same umbrella-shaped torso. He's pinned. Yeah, he's got pins. Probably a little bit hard to stand without assistance. He's got a couple batarangs, a pair of hand swaps, and because I was never able to secure a Dead Man figure, I definitely was, gonna get this one, and I'm glad I did. I can put him with Zatanna, I can put him with Etrigan, I can put him with Constantine, and the other Dark Justice League members, and just kind of like call it good there. But this figure could have been great. This figure could have been more than great, but they just didn't know how to do it. So they didn't do it well. Either way. This one, oh shit, he's bigger than I thought. So when I first started collecting, I was trying to, I thought I wanted to do the syndicate. I thought I wanted to complete the crime syndicate, the antithesis to the Justice League from Earth 2 or Earth 3 or wherever the hell they're from. And I got Owlman, I got Ultraman. I was looking for Ultra Woman, but I couldn't find her, or Power Woman, and I couldn't find her. And now I have Grid, and I think I got Grid for like a pretty good price. I think I got it for like $17.99 or whatever he was going for on Big Bad. I obviously didn't pay over $20 for him, and neither should you. But if you want a Grid if you want to try your luck at completing the Crime Syndicate, or just have like an enemy for Cyborg, and I do have a Cyborg figure, then go for Grid and see what it does for you. He's got this oversized blaster. He's huge. He's got a card and a card holder, and he's got a stand for assistance on standing up. So he's definitely a big boy. And yeah, he is out there on Big Bad and Amazon, and he's teetering around $20 plus or minus a couple bucks. The next figure, and I'm literally just going for like what's closest to me. I said that I was done with Jada as far as Street Fighter goes when I got my E-Honda. And if you watch that video, you know what I'm talking about. But when I saw Player 2 Blanca go up, I didn't even hesitate. Because yes, I need a Blanca. Yes, this is a great alternative to the Player 1 green and orange, or green and yellow, whatever it was. And it was just a no-brainer. You know what I mean? It's just like when you see something that is a definite yes, you don't hesitate. And so I think he's a deluxe figure. I don't remember how much I paid for him though. He was either $29.99 or $34.99. Either way, he was not getting out of my grasp. So that's why he is here. And I am very happy to report that he looks just as good as I was hoping he would. So I'm going to get him into some nice crunch poses and put the lightning up around him. I absolutely have no more space for Storm or Jada figures, but I'll find a way to cram him on the shelf. And yeah, happy I got him. And if you need one, you should get one too. Alrighty, so these Secret Wars characters, are just okay. I know there was a Magic a few years ago with like all black, and she's still out there. You can still get her. She might be a little bit overpriced, but so is everything. So I went and got her. The face sculpt looks really good. I know you can't really see, and it's like kind of fuzzy through all of this like plastic or whatever. But the face sculpt looks really good. And I'm going to put her next to the Astonishing X-Men, because that's where my Colossus and Kitty Pryde figures are. And she just goes perfectly there. And I have a little bit more space on that shelf, so that's where she'll be. But yeah, she's got a few accessories, nothing to write home about. But again, this is not a character that has been, put forward in too much stuff. She made a recent appearance in X-Men 97, and lots like that, she was gone. So, they've been doing a really bad job at like developing characters and killing them off and all that other stuff. But yes, Magic is worth it. The next one I have is Falcon. So I actually really went back and forth with myself about whether or not I needed this, because I have retro Falcon. I don't know, I forgot what it's called, but it's like the gray background and the retro version of all of your favorite characters. Like I have that Falcon. So this one was purely, just get him. You know what I mean? And you need more black superhero action figures or something like that. I found a way to justify it some way, shape, or form. And that's why you see him here. And he looks good. I'm not going to lie. He's modern figure. He's not a slouch. He's got detail. He's muscular. He looks good. I think they're all utilizing that Vulcan body. All the male characters anyway. He has his he has his expanded wings. He has his actual falcon, which can sit on his arm. And he's got 2 hands that kind of come out if he wants to take on a flying pose. So Falcon is no slouch. There's no reason not to get him. So I got him. And the last Secret Wars character I got was Daredevil. I really waited. There's a few Daredevils out there, but most of them are either outside of the price point that I wanted to pay for him, or they're like Mofex, or there's something else, or CT Toys or something like that, where it's not a bad figure, but I just don't like certain details, so it was just better for me to wait. And I don't think this one is made on the Vulcan body, which is good. And either way, he's good, so I wanted to get him. I think that's the point I'm trying to make. So definitely get you a Daredevil. He looks awesome, and I'm glad I waited and didn't just settle for, the cinematic version. I'm glad I didn't get something that I really didn't want. And now I have him. I don't know where I'm going to put him. I might put him next to Luke Cage. I might put him next to Punisher, Nick Fury. I've kind of got my band of, New York grounded superheroes: Spider-Man, Cap, Punisher, Nick Fury, Luke Cage. I've kind of got them all on one display together, and I might find a way to cram Daredevil in there. But, yeah. All right, here we go. I pre-ordered this one as soon as it dropped, and then I canceled my pre-order a few weeks ago, and then I added my pre-order back before they started charging for him. This Archangel is great, and I have a Warren Worthington red with white wings, but I do not have an Archangel. And I actually wanted the old Archangel for like 2019, 2018 with like all the different heads, but that one was like, I just couldn't get him for the price that I was comfortable paying for it. So then I kind of gave up on it. And then when that episode came out from X Factor, I just got so pumped up. I just had to have the figure. So I did order him again on pre-order. And now I have him. So he looks good. He's very detailed in the face, both faces. And I don't really like these wings. I think the wings are a little bit like lazy. I know they're based on the show, and they may be accurate as drawn as a cartoon, but I just don't think that translates when you're trying to make it, in real life. I think there should be a little bit more detail here to really drive this character home. But he's got great accessories. He's got wings. He's got an alternate head. He's got these little fixtures that go on the back if you want to make it look like his wings are collapsed. He's got an oversized gun. And yeah, he just looks great with this, this kind of like deep purple and pink. It looks awesome. And now I have all the figures I need to complete my X Factor team, or my X-Force team. I have Cable, I have Psylocke, I have Archangel, I have Jubilee, and I have Sunspot. And I think we're going to get updated versions of Sunspot and Jubilee for Season 2's sake. And obviously I'll get those two when they come out. But I can still complete the team now. In any case, this is my Archangel. All right, so switching gears for a little bit, I actually wasn't going to get this figure. I didn't really play Street Fighter Alpha 3. Obviously, I knew the characters, but that wasn't a staple on my console when I was growing up playing games, much less Street Fighter. So Nash was never really somebody that I connected with. I kind of feel like he's just you know, a Guile clone, you know, not the same hair, but just like the same feel, the same vibe. You know, they tried to recreate the magic of Guile in a new character, and I don't know. If you're a Nash fan, then maybe it worked, but I'm not, so it didn't. I did this more so to support Storm. I like Storm. I like what they're about. I like how they do business. I love how they do figures. And I like what they have in the pipeline. So getting Nash wasn't really hurting anything. It was $29.99. And I didn't get Dan. I have no interest in Dan. And now some of the Nash variants are coming out, like the white vest with blue pants or whatever it is. This is good enough for me. I will put him on the shelf, even though I have no space. I will find a way. And when Akuma and Chun-Li, when Armika and Kemi, Balrog, God, I cannot wait for Balrog to go up for pre-order. When those figures go up, it's gonna break the internet. This is the calm before the storm. If you're not in with Storm Arena, get in now. Make sure you're following the pages that announce when Storm Arena is announcing stuff. Like they were at Evo, they had their figures at Evo, prototype or you know, preview figures. They look amazing, and there's no way I'm not getting them. Storm is also doing other stuff. They do the Baki Hana stuff. They do Streets of Rage. They do Darkstalkers. So I am waiting to get a Morrigan from them. I did pre-order the Lilith, even though I don't really want her. But I don't want to only have like one Darkstalkers figure, so I got Lilith. But anyway, I'm getting beside myself. So I have a Nash. Get you a Nash, and you'll be happy you did. And last but not least, I have wanted a Hulk almost from the very, very beginning of my collecting journey, which was about 2 years ago, a little bit more than 2 years ago. I have a Red Hulk. I have a Thaddeus, whatever the Red Hulk's name is. I have a Red Hulk from the Captain America movie, New World Order. But that's not based on the comic. That's based off of the movie. So he's still like Marvel Cinematic Universe. This is the first and only Hulk that I have that is based on the comic. Smart Hulk. Professor Hulk. I know there is a little bit of controversy behind this figure because he doesn't have that iconic big blaster gun like how he has on that comic cover that everybody is so familiar with. And I really wish they had included it. I know it would have priced the figure out for some folks, but you know, maybe that's just what needed to happen, because this figure just feels incomplete, not being able to recreate that iconic pose. Yes, you do get a gun, you get an alternate head swap, you get the bunny flip flops, and I think you get a pair of sunglasses. The ammo crossbody is removable, so on and so forth. And he does look good. I'm not going to say he doesn't look good. He's got a good head sculpt. He's got a good head sculpt, and he'll get the job done. He's on a new body, I believe, and even the belt is removable if you want to take the trouble of doing that. I don't. But yeah, this figure is only 95% for me because they're missing that huge blaster, and there's really no reason to. It doesn't have to be, you know, it could be hollow. It could just be two halves, you know. It could be super hollow, but needs to be there. And the fact that it isn't is a little bit underwhelming. But in any case, I am very happy to have a Hulk, and I'm going to figure out I'm probably going to get another Punisher and then use one of my Spider-Man to like recreate a scene from Brand New Day, because I'm just still on cloud nine with that movie. And now that I have a Hulk, and I have everything I need. Like, I don't need a cinematic Punisher. I don't need a cinematic Spider-Man. I have plenty of Spider-Man. So I can use one of them. But, I need to recreate that fight scene inside of the Department of Damage Control with these three, because that movie was just amazing. Anyway, you guys are tired of hearing me ramble. I'm tired of hearing me ramble. The box is officially empty. Hang on, let me see what we have here. I had all of this stuff on pre-order, and they threw like one tiny little sticker in the box. So, I know Big Bad doesn't give free stuff, but I don't know. I think they're a little bit lazy as far as putting my box together. They could have put a few more stickers in there for me. But this is a 30-minute video, and it had no intention of being that. If you stuck around this long, thank you so much. If not, I apologize. But I will definitely come back with more figures and show you guys what I have in future videos, so you can see how my collection grows. And yeah, happy hunting, and I'll see you next time.